filled it up about 4 times, and I have about, I'm going to say, maybe 50 tokens, so now I just got to do some math, and see how much it actually cashed out, because I don't have enough tokens. That's why I have to keep opening the machine, and then refilling it, but I wanted to see, you know, what would happen. And it's making that noise when it's like, over and over and over again. It does that because it's running out of coins. That's why you have to open it. And I had to refill her back up. As you see, I made a mess trying to do that. And so that's what happens with my jackpot of my baseball Pachacho, or only slow machine. And then it says FFFF, so... Oh, it didn't throw her back up. Maybe she needs to be reset. So after I hit the jackpot, she's done for. She has to be a whole reset. I've been wondering why somebody would throw this machine out. I found this machine in the garbage. And, I wonder if they threw it out because after they couldn't figure out how to get this to work again. Because I don't feel like this was in anybody's house for that long of a period of time. So... I don't have any idea why somebody would throw it out, but, so, I guess, okay, I'll show you how to fix this problem. We'll only see if we just turn it off and turn it back on, if it fixes it. So I turned it off, so you'd cash out your client. That's, you know, when it happens, because obviously it's done now. And I don't know why, but this is getting stuck, like it was up a little bit, so I'm going to have to oil that a little bit. It's like... Nope, so we still have the same problem. Let's see, it won't let you put coins in. So we drop the coins in, they come right back out. So, I guess if this happens and you don't know what to do, we take our little key. We're going to turn our machine off. Hopefully I can remember how to even do this. Alright, and we're going to put our little key in. We're going to turn it to the right. We're going to turn it back on. We should have some numbers up here. And it's not actually doing what I wanted to do. Oh, yeah. You hit this down until it goes to 0. Alright, now we're going to turn it back here. And, yeah, now she's fixed. So that's how you reset your machine. If you ever have trouble, that's the first thing you would do is reset your machine. And then you put your coins back in, and she's ready to go again. So that's how we do it. Stick them all in there. I also found this cool little trick in case nobody knew. You see this little thing right here? I don't know, maybe I'm just stupid and everybody knows this, but instead of putting your coins in like one at a time, which takes forever, you just put them in your fingers like this, like a clump of them, like up to like 10 or 20. Yeah, and you just go like that. They just go all in like real quick. It takes like 2 seconds instead of putting them in taking forever. I probably am just stupid. Maybe I'm the only person in the world that didn't know that, but I always see this and never knew like why that was there. And so you just take a whole clump instead of going like 1. And look, I even got stuck when I did that. 1, 2. So take your whole clump. See if I can do this with just one hand. Alright, and just roll her in there. Super fast. I did it a little slow just so you guys can see, but it's like right in. And also, like once in a while, you put them in one at a time, like that, they actually will get stuck. So that like pushes them down nice and secure for you. So, bam, and then let's see what she will give me. And that's a replay. So this little replay button will light up, and you don't have to push this button. You just click her down. doesn't shoot any coins out when you win until you get over 50 credits. That's when it starts shooting coins out. For now, it just adds it to your credit thing. In case you ever wonder why it's not shooting any coins out. Before. She's crying. She got sad about my bad hit. Wow. That's a noise. Alright, so that's my end of my little tutorial. I mean, I guess since I think she's done. I think that was like a little bonus, and since I didn't really hit anything, nothing happens. But since it was making all that noise, I'll put a couple more coins in just to see what happens. I guess I could give you a little tour of the inside of the machine, since I find it very interesting. A couple of my lights are broken. There's a light back here, and it has to do with one of these connections up here. Let's see if I can get it to, and it'll flicker. Oh, well, I just knocked them all out. Oh, great. Did I really just do that to myself? Oh, maybe, oh, no, never mind. It just turns off after a while. I'm gonna hope. Let's see. That would be really bad if I just touched that and knocked them out. Okay, she lit back out. Also, my bottom row of lights is burnt out. There's a bottom row, a second row, and the first row. And they're burnt out. There's also these little lights, which are these guys, and only this one works. For some reason, I think the bulb might be burnt out, but I did have it working for a second, so it could be one of the connections. As you see, when this machine opens and closes, there's a little cut in the plastic here, because it's pinching it. So that's the connection that does this light. And for a while, if you wiggled at that light, I actually was able to get that light to stay on for a while, but then it just pooped out on me. These things, I'm guessing, are the way you take off the wheels, the reels, okay. I don't really understand what 14 token means. Obviously, it's something to do with how much it costs or what it pays out. I also know that there's probably a way to set, you know, the level of payouts, and I'm sure that's on here somewhere on the box down here. There's a bunch of these little buttons. These go up and down, but they're in Japanese, so I guess I could just translate them. Actually, I never saw this before. This says Takaden. It's T-A-K-A-D-E-N, in case I butchered it. Takagen. Takagen. Okay. We got a volt battery, I'm guessing, down there. Alright, there we go. We got another huge motherboard. A bunch of the cables coming in and out. And we got this little guy. So I find it really interesting, and I feel bad for whoever threw it out, because I feel like I might know who threw it out, which was one of my neighbors. Oh, I didn't even see this little thing. And this little button, there's a little button right here. Ooh, that's sketchy. I'm afraid to push that button now. I don't know what that would do. But they have a little kid, and I just feel like this would be such a good teaching tool, like to show them how the wires plug in, which wire does what, and where it connects to. So if they are the ones that threw it out, like, I feel really bad that they didn't keep it, but maybe they really thought it broke on them or something. Because when I got it, I don't know if I said when I got it, it had an error on it. It was an E6 or an E7 error. It tells you right here. It'll say E6 or E7, and if that happens, like what I showed you, all you have to do is just do that reset. Just turn that key and on and off with the little button. And also, if your machine is making that noise where you heard, and it just kept screaming, and you don't have any coins to fill it up, because it will not stop unless you put coins in there, and it literally pays out when it wants. It will not stop. Even if you unplug it, turn it off, turn it back on, it'll still make that awful noise if you don't have any coins. So say you like have no tokens and you just have a machine, and you hit that jackpot or anything, it wants to pay you some money out, and it can't. If it can't get the coins, which come into this hole, and they shoot into here. Also, if this isn't lined up, you see how this moves back and forth? If this isn't lined up, and those little coins don't go into here, and this gets jammed, it'll make that nasty, nasty noise. And the only way to get it to stop, because you can't even get it to stop at all if it does that, is you have to turn this button on and off. There's the on and off button here, and there's one here. This is the button that makes it stop doing all that nonsense. So, that is my little tutorial of my garbage machine. I just cannot believe somebody would throw this in the garbage. And 2 days before, I was actually going to go to Lancaster and pick up one. And the only difference between the one I wanted and this one is, well, $500 cost it would have cost me, and to get up there and to get back, and to rent a truck because we only have Corvettes, would be there's a video player machine, you know, like a video screen up here. So I still want one of those. I want a couple more of these, and I definitely want a Resident Evil one. It's a regular slot machine with a pull handle. And I want a pachinko machine. I want like 2 pachinko machines, and they all have the video screen up there. But yeah, if you're interested in these, look up pachinko machines, slot machines, or this is Apache Slow. I'm so screwing that up. It's Pacikoslo or Aki Slot, which is OKI Slot. So yeah. All these little numbers down here when it was actually in its little home at the pachinko parlor in Japan, because that's where these come from. They come from pachinko parlors in Japan, and every year they got to put new ones in. They never keep the same ones, so they sell them off to people in America, and that's how we get them over here, because we don't have pachinko machines in America, which is sad. And then if you turn this button off, everybody just shuts down. And that's what it looks like with the lights off. So, I hope everybody has a great day. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.